Alright, so I'm going to be going through Champ Selective of Gamers2 versus whatever the fuck that team name is, SMW. Um, so, mid lane focus bans for Gamers2. I think the guy's name's Avenue. Carries the team, so smart bans. And then for SMW, they're just banning out meta picks, Caston coming down. I mean, I don't think it's that great of a ban. Sure, they could play it, but it didn't. I'm just basing off of career picks. It didn't really pick up as this 100% ban. There's things to play against it. You can go any AD champion and a Jax. So Jax strong in Europe, strong everywhere if he gets going. But you can play a Malphite and Nasus, um, Lulu with her polymorph. Oh, Lulu's banned. I can't play Lulu. Um, you can play anything with attack speed reduction against it, and it shuts down Jax. Um, Malphite and Nasus, you can go Randuin's and Frozen Heart on. They have their ability that reduces it. Then you're not going to die in lane. On both of them, you can have your mid laner roam up, and you'll be able to apply kill pressure that way, or your jungler, depending on who's the jungler. And in team fights, um, he just sort of sits there and dies because he's not able to get the auto text off to lifesteal tank or kill people. And Thresh, Kha'Zix coming in, so Kha'Zix most likely going to be jungle. We see him top more commonly now since the 2 seconds on his or between casts. So SMW just trying to not reveal anything. Gamers2 also not revealing anything with Lucian and Morgana. It reveals their bot lane, but doesn't reveal anything comp specific. I feel SMW should save their mid lane pick to last. The Nasus pick, not what I'd go for because of engage. I really feel like Malphite top lane would be good. And then grab Misfortune as your AD carry just to go over top of the Malphite ult. Misfortune's pretty dangerous against Jax, and you might go with a Caitlyn, or you can just pick really bad picks. So I'll finish with Caitlyn. Misfortune, if Jax got on, she'd probably die because of lack of escapes, even though you do have the massive amount of burst with your 3 second auto attack reset. Um, you pick Caitlyn so you can net away. I don't like Ezreal would also work for it and Corki, but they never caught on in the Western regions as viable picks, so I wouldn't expect to see them. They went with Aurelia and Jinx, so problem with picking Aurelia is the other team might pick Jax. The Gamers 2 already picked Jax, so Aurelia is it. All it says is that um, Anna's Vanna's their top laner has a really weak champion pool, and they had to pick something for him to play. That's pretty much all it is. With Jinx, it's gonna go get destroyed completely and have no impact in the game, or have a great impact. If she gets resets, she is able to kite out the Jax. Or not resets. If she procs her passive, the speed buff, she'll be able to survive Jax. If she doesn't get the speed off, then she's just gonna melt. Flame Choppers will also help you against him, but Jax should be able to avoid them within reason. I mean, you might be able to stun him, but you're probably gonna die before then, unless you get a really good one off when he's still at a distance. If Morgana lands a Q or Nilly lands a Q, you're probably, I'm going to say Morgana more likely because Nidalee, they don't really have any good engage on Gamers2 to follow it up. So if Nidalee lands a Q, either they're going to start the fight when you back away, start the fight with you, or they're not going to be able to get anything off of it. Ziggs is banned, so that's a problem. Um, for SMW, they they can do two things here. They can go for wave clear, which would help stop the siege of Italy, or they can go for an assassin, try to beat Italy out in lane, and roam top lane to help Irelia survive the lane. LeBlanc's banned though. There's not many assassins that are commonly played. Now, mid lane Blitzcrank full AP is sort of assassin-y, but I doubt we'll see that. Ari would do really well for them, but it's not it's not like Western teams to play something out of meta, even if it'll work. So there we go, Syndra. I completely forgot about Syndra, the other assassin. So they're playing an assassin in mid lane. Syndra, not great at getting to the back line and diving, as say LeBlanc, but she has safer wave clear and more damage to compensate. If she can land a stun on anyone but Lee Sin, it looks like, um, they're gonna die. I say anyone but Lee Sin because Lee Sin will be going tanky more likely than not. Um, in terms of who wins, in terms of who wins, SMW is gonna have mid game and laning phase. Aurelia can beat Jax if she gets her stun off proper, like really well. If she can stun Jax and Jax runs out of his counter strike, Aurelia can dive in and win the trade pre-6. After 6 it becomes more even and depends on who's in the lead going into it, more or less. If Jax can get, I'll say, if Aurelia lands a full thing, like full W time, if Jax gets one more after that of his ultimate procs, he'll win the trade. For mid lane, Italy's just gonna have to survive. Hopefully the lane gets pushed for her and then she just clears with Cougar farm, then heals up any damage she takes. Syndra will be roaming with that. I'd expect once Syndra or once second red buff for gamers comes up, Syndra and or Kha'Zix will roam down there. We see that a lot in China. I'm gonna fast forward here, see if we can get a bush. Doesn't look like he wants to get it. Okay, so it's the but. Where's red? I'll do it on this side. Okay, red buff. Not even spawned yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this bush. Except on the other side of the map, it's Syndra and Arc6 will wait in this bush for Lee Sin to start taking the red buff and then kill him. I shouldn't say or. I don't think Kha'Zix will counter jungle by himself, but Syndra will go for it, and they might bring Kha'Zix along for safety. We're gonna see if this actually pans out. Syndra's not able to get the back off. They're probably gonna miss it. I guess they don't have the timer of it. Well, also, they wouldn't be able to do it anyway because Gamers2 has strong wording in there, so that maybe they expected that. Is if you watch the Chinese scene LPL, whenever there's a Syndra, it's usually Xiang or Xiang. I'm not sure how you say his name, but OMG's mid laner always does that. It's really easy to scout. Somehow it always works for him because no matter how many people you send for him, he's going to kill one. And if you don't send anyone, they'll just send their jungler to take the buff and then they'll leave. Or walk bot lane to kill them. So at least he gets his red. Still even. We'll see how long this game is. Wow. Did not expect a 10k lead this early. So SMW is supposed to be winning at this point, or they're going to lose the game. So Gamers2 have already won the game pretty much. Yeah, so the game might end there. Gamers2 won. So we'll go back to picks. I want to see the ending scoreboard. Okay. So I got me. Okay, so Jax beat Aurelia. That's generally how it goes. Aurelia can make it a skill matchup, as I said, but it's difficult. Um, because top lane was winning, Lee Sin was able to, I guess, snowball it slash counter jungle, as well as get his bot lane, because Gamers2 has the more kill potential in the bot lane. They have poke from Lucian. If Morgana lands a binding, that's going to be a kill. The only lane they didn't have kill potential was mid lane. I expected that Lee Sin watched mid lane really carefully so that Syndra couldn't take off, and just went top lane when Jax needed to back her. They wanted to get the kill. If Jax had won enough trades, I'm sure he'd call Lee Sin up for it. But basically, Jax won every other lane because they picked Aurelia versus him. If they picked a counter, I'd say they'd have a better chance. Even with their comp right now, they don't really have anything to engage with other than Aurelia can dash to a minion and stun, hook, skill shot stun. If you have Kha'Zix's flank, Kha'Zix actually Aurelia and Kha'Zix could flank. That would get rid of the engaging problem. Aurelia flanking a teleport. It's still risky because if you don't get the flank, say you're teleporting on the top of a place that's warded or they have vision of it, you waste your teleport. Jax gets free farm. Jax probably gets a turret because you'd be pushed back anyway at that point. And then when your teleport's down, so you have no more engage, you have to sit there in Nidalee Spears until your teleport comes back up. Or if you want to, if you feel Gamers2 has bad warding, you can walk all the way around. Gamers 1 and Champ Select.